Hello, happy people, and welcome to your Moment of Zed, the YouTube channel dedicated to the most beautiful car in the world, the BMW Z3, or as the folks in Calgary call it, the Z3. I'm Mark, and today we are going to review this launch creator X431 Elite Scantool for BMWs. Now, the manufacturer of this unit sent it to me for free, full disclosure, in exchange for this video. But I would not sell you, my viewers, out for a $100 scan tool. So I'm going to review this truthfully. What I do have to mention contractually is that the link for this unit and a coupon, all that information's in the description, so check it out. I'm going to go ahead and review this, but first we have 3 Zeds of the week. And first up, we have Julian from Spain, a 10-year owner of this 2.2-liter 5-speed Roadster. Now, he's redone the suspension with Bilstein components. He's done the seat bushings and reupholstered the steering wheel. He is also a member of a very cool Roadster club in Spain, so check out their website, link in the description. Next up, we have Michael from Wexford, Ireland, with his 2001 2.2-liter 5-speed Roadster with 89,000 miles in a very pretty velvet blue. Now, he has an iBox suspension with H&R springs. He's put in a Zimmermann brake kit. He's redone the seatbelt webbing, which matches the interior color. He has put on a new burgundy soft top, installed a Blaupunk stereo system, done paint corrections, and refurbished the Style 78 wheels with new Bridgestone tires. And last but not least, we have Butch from nearby in Northeast Florida with his 2001 3-liter automatic Roadster. Now, he just bought this on New Year's Day for the nice price of $5,500. He's put on new tires and is looking at new shocks. Now, the cool thing about Butch is this new owner is 82 years old. Boy, I hope when I'm 82, I can still get in and out of mine. Thank you so much, folks, for sharing your beautiful cars. If you'd like to see your car on Zed of the Week, follow the easy instructions in the description below. Now let's take a look at this scan tool. Okay, so here's what you get from launch. There's the box, the unit itself. Now, the unit itself seems to be pretty reasonable quality. It's got a nice size. It's easy to hand hold, but it's not too small. Got kind of a rubber grip to it. It's not hard plastic. One complaint I've seen online is this connector for the actual, to your car, to the OBD2. People complain that the plastic was cheap and hard. I don't find it, top quality, but it doesn't seem to be too bad to me anyways. We'll see and make sure it connects to the car, but this was a complaint a few people had online. I don't know if it's completely valid. I suppose if it broke in your hand, maybe it would be, but it doesn't seem to be an issue. You also get a USB connection, and we'll see how that works in a minute. We're going to turn this unit on and update it and connect it to Wi-Fi. Another big complaint online was user's manuals that weren't detailed enough. You get a quick start guide in a few different languages, and then you get the actual user manual in English. People complain that this wasn't detailed, but I haven't read every page, but I've looked through quite a bit of it, and it seems to have a lot of details, so I don't know if that's really a valid complaint. Maybe they've updated this since other people reviewed it, but this seems like a pretty reasonable manual. It's not a one that's so thick that it scares you, but it looks pretty decent. Okay, so number one, this unit must always be plugged in, does not have an internal battery. You can plug it into the car, or in this case, I plugged it into USB on my computer. 2 screens in, I hit that start button, and the first thing it asks me about is language, English, and then it's going to ask me for my time zone. There's plenty of them available. It was actually already set to East Coast time. Just hit OK. Now I need to set it up for Wi-Fi, which is critical. So log into my thing, give it my password. Now we're connected, and we go to the next step. And that next step is going to give you a code. If you scan this, it gives you the user's manual. So I just skipped that. And now it's asking me to set up my shop information, so including my email, so you can have reports directly sent to you from the unit, which is pretty cool. Then we get to that user's agreement that everyone reads, of course. Hit yes, I agree. And now we're on the home screen. You see that we have the upgrade button. We have like 8 upgrades we need to do. That's not really upgrades, it's updates. So I'm going to go into the software updates, really. I've got 8 of them. Let's go ahead and hit update after I look and see the most important one there, the latest BMW one. So I hit update, and it proceeds to update, and everyone goes well except the most important one. The BMW one fails, and fails twice, but finally I tried again, and... All right, and third time's a charm after several hours of trying. Go ahead and hit OK, and we're at the beginning. So time to take it out to the car. Okay, so now the important part. We're in the car. I have it connected to the OBD2 sensor. You can kind of see in the background. Ours is on the center console passenger side. If you haven't used it before, that gave the unit its power. Now I have the car ignition to on, but the car is not running as the manual says. Now, some of the simple stuff, I mean, settings, obviously you go to settings and you can change brightness, change from metric to imperial measure, languages, things like that, all your typical stuff. One pretty cool thing it can do, I turned on the screen capture. So if I do a screen capture, that takes a picture of the screen. So it could be any screen as long as that feature's on. And if I go back and go to data, I haven't run any of these diagnostics yet, but those would be stored in there. If I go to my images, I've taken 3 screenshots so far. So if I click on that one and hit share, then I can send this to my email as long as I'm connected to the internet. So that's kind of nice. And I'll hit back, back, and back. So that's data. Upgrade you saw yesterday. Well, since this is a new day, because it took so long to upgrade, those are available upgrades. Now you will get free upgrades on the launch product for 1 year from purchase. Then the software you have at that point will still run. You can run it forever if you want, but if you want it updated, then you would have to pay a subscription fee. I'm not sure what it is, but the instructions are in the user manual. Now, I wouldn't think for our cars, as old as they are, they'd be doing a lot of updates, so it's probably not a feature we need to worry about, at least with the Z3. Speaking of upgrades, if you go to the mall, this is really where your upgrades live as opposed to your updates. In the mall, you can buy different functionalities for this unit. Now, a lot of these probably wouldn't even work with our cars just because we have so little computerization. But the cool thing about this is you can go and let's say you have a Dodge. I'm not sure why you would, but let's say your second car is a Dodge. You could buy the software specific to Dodge for this for like 35 bucks. And then that would increase the functionality. You could use it on both cars very specifically. Now let's jump into the important ones, and probably the more important one, diagnostics. Now, if I hit auto detect, it wants to know what kind of car you have. So if I hit auto detect, it's going to do a VIN scan. And what I found is for our cars, it's not going to be able to read the VIN off the ECU. So, and it's going to take a while to tell us that, but I think that's what it's going to tell us. So there it is. So it's going to want us to manually input the VIN, and I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Okay, so I entered my VIN. Now start vehicle detection. I hit OK. And for some reason it says getting the VIN again. Don't quite understand that since I gave it the VIN, but sometimes it's better to not ask questions about electronics, just let it run its thing. Okay, so now it's communicating with the vehicle and a scan error. Okay. Get token initial fail. Okay. Would you like to end your diagnostic session? No. Okay. Apparently it is scanning the engine control module. So whatever that fail was, apparently was not important. Okay, so after farting around with it off camera for a little while, it basically told me the software is lost or I guess, corrupted. I don't remember the exact message because it disappeared. And I can't get this thing to do diagnostics on the Z3. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and I guess do a factory reset on this unit and then download everything again and see what happens. All right, so I'm in the middle of my factory reset and re-download of my supposedly lost, missing, corrupt, whatever it was, software. And that specific information for BMW Rolls and Minis is what really takes a long time. And as you can see, the little yellow line that's telling me it's downloading is painfully slow. This took about an hour yesterday. I'm sure it's going to take that long today. And if you are watching this on Tuesday, because it's dropping on Tuesday and not Sunday like I usually do, the video, it's because of this. So we're getting into about hour 4 of downloading files to this unit. And to say that I'm getting frustrated, well, yes, I am. I'm probably not the most patient person in the world, unfortunately. And this thing's going to have to not only work like it should, but just about make me a cup of coffee for me to give it my seal of approval. I'm not optimistic, but we'll find out. Okay, so I did that factory reset, tried to download the software again. It said the download failed, but then it magically said it installed, and then I tried to run the diagnostics on it, and I got this. So I don't think it installed successfully, and after about 5-6 hours of playing this game, I'm out. Hey there, I'm filming the end of this video in kind of a non-traditional spot. I'm kind of cutting the video a little short too. Unfortunately, I never could get the software working on the Scantool. What I did was I went ahead and contacted the manufacturer, and they've been very forthcoming and very helpful with trying to get me fixed up. Now, I didn't get it done in time to put that into the video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt their firmware fix, is what they've sent me. And if that doesn't work, then we're going to negotiate something else. I'll probably end up sending back the unit and getting another one from them to try out. But I didn't want to not recommend the unit. The company has shown that they've been very helpful in trying to get this resolved. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my decision about this unit on hold for a future video. So in the meantime, if you'd like to order it, and again, it may just be that I got one bad unit or something, I'm not sure what it is that's not quite right. The ordering information is in the description, so you go ahead and check that out. It is Amazon, so if yours doesn't work, it would be an easy return. I think the unit has a lot of potential. Other people have reviewed it, have really liked it. It seems to do a lot of things for a very reasonable price. Again, but I need to see that first, so I'll hold my decision until a later video. We'll attempt to work this out, and I'll get you a part 2 in the near future. Now, I know you may not have found this content super helpful, but I'd still like you to crush that like button if you can. And until next time, remember, friends don't let friends drive boring.